everybody. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. Come grab a seat in this front area. We also have seats on the side and tables and pillows on that side too. Pillow chairs. Everyone got really quiet all of a sudden. So, hi everyone, welcome in. I do have a favor to ask. I see a lot of empty seats in front, which really hurts my heart. So if you want to move up to the front, be more active in this meetup, active participant, feel free to. I promise I will not punch you or something if that's what you're worried about. Great, so welcome in. It's a Monday. It's the Monday after Halloween weekend, so thank you for coming to a tech meetup on a Monday night after Halloween weekend. I hope you guys had a great time. Did anybody dress up as anything interesting? Your dogs did? Yeah. What were your dogs?
One of them was a squirrel, and the other one was a jailbird.
Cool, very cool, nice. Anybody else interesting costumes? Yes?
Dressed up as an anime character. Probably no one will know about it from Jujutsu Kaisen. Sukuna, if anyone knows about it, I'd love to hear about it, okay? But yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Love that. Okay, anybody else? I was a black cat, very simple, but I was a black cat. Yes?
I had a white shirt that said 404 costume not found.
404 costume not found. That's good. Yes?
I was a barbarian like 3 times, I guess.
Barbarian 3 times in one night, or?
A couple parties, and then the Renaissance Fair, you know. I just working my way in.
Nice, nice. I've heard good things about the Ren Fair. I've never been. Any other cool costumes? Cute costumes, yes?
I was a blueberry.
A blueberry. What was the outfit? Was it just like
Blow up blue outfit.
blow up blue outfit? Cool. Nice. Anyone else? Okay. Cool. Well, welcome in. I'm Nabiha, and we're going to get started. So if you are a startup founder and you have an idea that you want to pitch, please scan this QR code. You get 2 minutes. 2 minutes to tell the room about your idea. And your idea can be something that you've been working on for like 5 years in your room, at your house, or it can be something that you thought of on the drive here and you just want to pitch it to a crowd and get feedback on it. And whenever you pitch, after your pitch, you get 3 audience questions, okay? As you guys know, we've been networking for a bit. We're going to do some really, really quick updates, housekeeping, resources, and then the majority of the event is to pitch. And then after we're done with pitching, we'll do more networking. And then I will come around and start nagging you around 8:45, 9 p.m. to get y'all out of here. If you need water fountain, it is over there on that little bar area, and there should be cups and a water fountain there. If you need parking validation, come find myself or someone. We have these little pieces of paper that will save you a lot of money if you parked in the parking garage downstairs in this building. Yes, do you want one right now? Cool. It's usually $5 million, but with this, it's $8, so you should totally get one of these. Yes. And bathrooms, if you want to use the bathroom, out the door, you'll see some green lights by some elevators. Just keep walking towards that, and then you'll see the bathrooms. And I can do my intro. Wait, Suman. Okay, I'll talk about myself first. So I am Nabiha. I'm a UI UX designer and software developer. So I do have a day job. I'm a product manager at Pedernales Electric Cooperative. But what I really love doing is I love working with startups and enterprises to make their website vision come to life. I've worked at many startups now. The first startup I worked at was a marketplace that was acquired last year. I worked at a medtech SaaS startup that is now in their Series D. And I've been a founder myself. I actually helped women in Houston make friends, and we had like 400 customers in about 3.5 months of our revenue generating time. And unfortunately, it ended. My co-founder had to move for family. Her husband is in the military, and he was stationed in Washington. And so I'm not really someone to be a solo founder, so I decided to move back to Austin and do what I'm good at, which is making websites that people love to use. So if you have a website that you want to bring to life, I'm the website girl. Talk to me. And I know this is a pitch event, and I don't have this on my slide, but I also have experience pitching to like a big room of people. When I was a startup founder, I, at some point, was in a startup competition with over 115 startups, PhD startups, master's startups, MBA startups, and undergraduate startups at my university, Rice University in Houston. And out of 115 startups, I was a top 5 finalist, which meant pitching to a room of 250 people. So I understand it's nerve-wracking to get up on a stage, but if you ever plan on pitching to a big room or to big people like VCs or investors of any sort, this is a great place to start. And just like having 2 minutes, putting yourself in a slightly uncomfortable situation and getting your reps in, right? So that's a little bit about me. Someone can introduce himself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Suman Palluri. I've been doing this meetup for a long, long time, around 8 years now. And it's been my pleasure and honor to have welcomed a lot of people from the Austin Startup community to here. And it's what started as a selfish reason for me to learn from the talent in Austin when building my own startup. And coincidentally, I also found my co-founder for my first startup here, in my own meetup. So, and then we went on to, raise VC money and then, build a B2B startup and then got acquired and, it led to one more startup and so on. And that's where I am. Been in the startup world for a long, long time and in various capacities and in the product and tech world for over 20 years. And be it enterprises or old and gold mainframes, or even the latest, AI and other advancements. I've been through most of it, and I love being a tech person, but I also have grown to love, talking to people and learning from people. So that's why I continue to do this meetup, and I'm really fortunate to have Nabiha to help me with this meetup, and she's been doing a phenomenal job, and this meetup going strong is just a testament to both Nabiha's efforts and also the people in this community, awesome community. And the whole purpose for this meetup, as I said, like even though it started for a selfish reason for myself to get things to learn from other people. Now, what I see is a way to bring people together in the Austin Startup community to share what they're working on, and more importantly, share what's not working for them. And we all can learn from those, pitfalls and not repeat them, and build our startups as efficiently as possible with those first-hand experiences. Granted, we can all learn from articles on Google or chat GPTs and all those things, but then nothing beats the first-hand experience of someone that built and went through the struggle in the place that you're building the startup. And that's what we want to foster here, to have those first-hand experiences to learn what's working, what's not working, who's doing what, and then who's who in this world that you can connect to and build your startup. So with that said, it's a pleasure to have you all today. And if you all have any product-related things or any people you want to connect to that I have in my network, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help in any regard. All right? Thank you.
Okay, great. So we have a few sponsors today. First and foremost, I want to shout out Capital Factory. Capital Factory is this building here. If this is your first time in this building, raise your hand. Okay, welcome in. So this is Capital Factory. This is like the launch pad, the center of gravity for entrepreneurs in Texas. That's what it is. And so they have a lot of free monthly events here. This is one of them. This is one of the best events here, obviously. But they have a lot of events here, and they also have a co-working space upstairs. You can join the community with a membership. You get access to exclusive events through that as well. And they also have a newsletter called Austin Tech Live, which you can also sign up for. And if you want to host your own event and bring your own ideas and make your own community, you're also able to ask to host an event here, and they're very receptive. So that's Capital Factory. They very generously give us the space for free every month, so it's very sweet of them. The next sponsor is me. Build Bonnet is my UI UX design and software development agency. So right now I am an agency of one, but I'm hoping to expand that in the next few months. And if you have a website idea, or you already have a website or an app and you want feedback on the design of it, or if you are about to build and you have like some AI generated mock-ups that you don't know where to go with, I'm happy to sit down with you for like 30 minutes to an hour and look that over with you. And if a Zoom call sounds boring, happy to take a walk. The weather is beautiful right now. We can talk about your app on a beautiful walk around like Town Lake, or go hit some pickleballs, or grab a coffee and chat. It's like, I'm very open, very flexible. Cool. So scan that QR code. First 5 people, I will be happy to sit down with you within the next week or 2. Okay, next up we have Founder Dash.
So Founder Dash is building a set of tools to make your ideas come into life as quickly as possible, and also as efficiently as possible, whether you want to validate your idea, want to get marketing strategies, sales strategies, or a comprehensive business report, or even an MVP out as quickly as maybe a week or even less. So for now, there is a coupon code on the screen that you can see that gives you a comprehensive business report, all the way from just evaluating your idea to what should be on your pitch deck, how should you approach investors, what should be your sales strategy, distribution channels, pretty much everything that you can think of, including regulatory and other things. It gives you a full 60, 70-page report in one shot within minutes. But beyond that, for those that are interested, we'll have our email and other things pulled up later. But those that are trying to build their MVPs, we are offering one free MVP for people in this room. So anyone, especially a SaaS MVP, I should be more specific, only a SaaS MVP. So we're offering a free SaaS MVP and a full comprehensive business report and the other things that go with it for one person in this room, not many, but we will sit with you and try to get your MVP out as quickly as possible, and we have some automated tools that we want to help you. And again, this is completely free, but if anyone is interested, just reach out to us. We'll have our email and other things at the end of the slides, and we'll see what we can come up with or who's interested. But that's Founder Dash.
Amazing. Okay. And then last but not least, if you would like to get this is another sponsor, if you would like to get a free JetBrains subscription, which is useful if you're a software developer or you know someone who is a software developer. Feel free to scan this QR code. We're going to do a giveaway like a little bit into our pitches today. So yeah, scan that.
Any language, I mean, whether it's C, PHP, Python, or any other language, they have great tools available. And I mean, you can get any of these tools, and even the ultimate idea, IntelliJ IDEA Ultimate, which contains a bit of everything as well. You know, for 1 year free subscription. So yeah, we'll do a raffle in the middle of the
Cool. Oh, Austin Tech Week. If I met you at Austin Tech Week, can you wave at me? Who did I meet? Oh, hi guys. So nice to see you. So we had a great time at Austin Tech Week. So whoever does not know what Austin Tech Week is like a 5-day conference in this building, pretty much, besides like their offsite happy hours, where there's like so many talks, panels, keynotes, networking, pop-ups, booths. It's just like great. And so they asked us to host a meetup there this time around. So we have some photos to share just in a Google Drive of how great it went. So yeah, we set up on the 5th floor, and people were able to give their pitch for a minute to a room full of, like, I would guess probably 40 or 50 people maybe. And it was a great time. So I don't know if we have any videos. Let me check. Okay, well, I don't know if we have any videos, but, oh, here we go, .mov, okay. So as you can see, that's Matthew from Lead Nitro. I don't think he's here today, but it was just a really cool event. And we'll probably be doing it again next year. And also, some feedback I got from this was there are some founders that would appreciate like a pitch workshop of some sort. Like, how do you pitch to an audience? How do you tell your story? What are you supposed to talk about? Are you supposed to talk about the technical details? Are you supposed to talk about your TAM, SAM, SOM, or whatever the acronyms are? So if you would be interested in a pitch workshop sometime next year, could you please raise your hand? Okay, cool. Sounds good. Good to know. And we're going to move on now. So if you would like access to these slides, if you would like access to see who pitched today and what their websites are, what their contact information is, scan this. It's also on austinstartupmeetup.com, but this is the direct link to this month's newsletter blog thing. So if you want to see the updates, everything, it's on there. Every month we make one of these. And then upcoming deadlines, if you want to apply to the Central Texas Angel Network Cycle 6, the last cycle of the year, that is due today. I don't know if it closed earlier today or if it's due at midnight, but that is today. If you want to apply for Y Combinator, that's due in a week. And then Sputnik ATX, which is one of the founders who's pitched in this room, was recently accepted into Sputnik as well. If you want to apply for Sputnik, please know that their next deadline is December 25th. And there's always things happening year-round. There's rolling deadlines for a bunch of others, but this information is also on our blog. That was the previous slide's QR code. We also have some resources. I'm not going to get into them, but there's a lot of resources also on our blog for if you want to learn stuff about startups, how to raise money, if you want to, there's also, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot there. And we can move on. Next meetup. We have this meetup first Monday of the month every month, okay? It's usually in this room. And the next one's on Monday, December 1st. And I think for those of you who are joining for the first time today, usually around the holidays, the meetup attendance does die down. That's just natural for all the meetups, but especially next year, it's going to start picking up so much. We usually have at least 60, 70 people here, and in March, we usually have 150 because we do a huge showcase. So keep coming back. It's great. And now, time for the most exciting part, pitches. So if you are... Okay, I'm going to stop using the microphone because the echo is throwing me off. But if you are interested in pitching, you scan the QR code when you first walked in. And I'm going to pull up the QR code now for a second. But if you would like to pitch, scan this. We're going to go in chronological order. And then you're going to get 2 minutes to pitch. And whenever your time is up, you're going to see myself or someone waving at you from the back. That means wrap up your sentence because you only have 2 minutes. And then you get 3 audience questions. So only 3 to respect everyone's time. And if you feel like your question applies, that everyone could learn from, maybe ask that. If you feel like it's really technical, maybe stick to after during networking to ask the question instead. Cool? Does that make sense? Great. So let's open up our... Oh, yes.
What is the point of the pitches? Just to practice, or what?
Yeah, so the point, so at the end of your pitch, I would always recommend whenever anyone's pitching to a room full of strangers, you should always, at the end of your pitch, say, I'm looking for investors, I'm looking for a co-founder, I'm looking for a software engineer. So whatever you're looking for, just say that at the end of your pitch, I would say.
So if you're not looking for anything, you shouldn't pitch.
I mean, if you're looking to, sure, but also if you want to just practice your pitch, you should totally do that too.
But
If you want to practice your pitch, you can also do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really open-ended. There's no criteria, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
It can also be to spread the word among what you do. That's it.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, all right, well, first up we have Michael. Yes, come on up.
Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Brohals. Thanks for joining me here today. So I've been working in the technology and aerospace engineering ecosystem for about 20 years. And for the last 2 or 3 years, my team and I have been working on an incubated startup company called Caddis Code. We're basically taking a dialect of Python and re-architecting it so that you can make SolidWorks machine parts from it. So for the first time ever, you can procedurally describe a descriptive language of a 3-dimensional representation of the part or jet engine or rocket engine or car that you need to produce or manufacture or send to a 3D printer. But with this dialect of Python, you can store it on GitHub. So for effectively the first time ever, we're bringing GitHub workflow to mechanical engineering. Pull requests, merge requests, automated CID pipelines to kick off photorealistic ray trace renderings on NVIDIA accelerated hardware. So my background is for about 15 years I've been building GPU accelerated infrastructure, interweaving large clusters together for clients. One of the biggest platforms we worked on was composed of about 80,000 servers. And we took that skill and we basically lifted and shifted that to solve the problem of mechanical engineering. That's basically my pitch. Yeah, do you have a question?
I have a question. So are you limited to CUDA on NVIDIA? How about ROCm on AMD? Are you limited to that?
No, we're not really limited to the CUDA runtime. It does work on ROCm. But most of the computation, so we're using the peristyle geometry kernel, which is not GPU accelerated. Most geometry kernels don't have to be GPU accelerated because the fundamental mathematics of the 3-dimensional representation is not actually very computationally expensive. Photorealistic ray tracing is. So we just offload that to CUDA or ROCm accelerated GPUs.
What is your customer profile?
Well, so it's a freemium model where we have an open source component that a lot of our users really love, but also you can upgrade to an enterprise product. So of our users that are in the paid demographic, most of them are basically composite of ICPs that are working groups with 5 to 7 engineers that are collaborating on a design document for a physically manufactured part. 90% of all working groups in America who use CAD are less than 9 team members that are collaborating. But you can have teams that are upwards of 25,000. But a 25,000 member team is pretty rare. It's hard for me to track I'm trying to first come, first serve, but I don't really know.
Yeah, so 2 questions. What problem are you solving and who's your customer base?
So the fundamental problem right now is twofold. The history of legacy computer-aided design software, 3-dimensional modeling software, SolidWorks, AutoCAD, Blender, they produce a large multi-megabyte file that's basically a C that's internally composed of what looks like random gibberish, just a whole bunch of numbers. Large language models and other machine learning techniques can't learn that. That's one of the problems right now for why machine learning is really not understanding how to produce three-dimensional models. The second problem we're solving is the vast majority of incumbents in computer-aided design are button-click user interfaces where you can't store what you did on GitHub. So the revolution of GitHub and the idea to have check-ins, historical statements, and a procedural representation of what actually transpired is not a thing that exists in CAD.
And just design the part, or?
All of it. Manufacturing, send it to a 3D printer, send it to a CNC mill.
So does it automate the CNC machine?
Yes. Yeah, from GitHub. So when you put your team members, so you can describe using a Python dialect a representation of, for example, a V6 internal combustion engine, where you describe the piston cylinder once and then replicate it 6 times with a Python list
like
comprehension.
parametric.
Right, but that's in a file on GitHub. If one of your team members wants to produce a visualization of a V8 engine, they just send a pull request to change one variable from 6 to 8, and it'll automatically kick off a rebuild, produce a SolidWorks file, a GPU accelerated rendering, and then send it to a 3D printer. All wrapped up in one ecosystem.
Okay. So are you selling to defense companies? Or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Automotive, aerospace, mechanical engineering, chip design, semiconductor fabrication, architecture, Hollywood. I'm probably running out of time. I'd love to keep talking, but I don't want to over.
Yeah,
Should I?
just finish up the question and then move on.
I'd love to keep talking, but we've got a lot of people here too. Yes?
Just a quick question. I owned a tooling manufacturing company, so we
Yeah.
had cutting tools.
Yeah, CAM.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Part of the process that took so long is designing the tooling. So one thing I had been looking for in the environment, and I'm just curious if this is similar, is a lot of the geometries are the same and what we're making is the same.
Yes.
So if they could have just typed in some very quick
Mhm.
text prompts and outputted the, in our case, SolidWorks file, is that something that your product could do?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Snippet proliferation. Yeah, like GitHubs and GISTs. So when Mark Andreessen, one of the most prolific venture capitalists in the world, he actually invented Netscape Navigator around 1995. Basically, his team invented the idea of a browser that proliferated the World Wide Web. One of the things he put in that idea was the little button right-click resource, allowing people to learn how to build a website by right-click resourcing it and then replicating, copying CSS and HTML. What we're adding is, for the first time ever, the ability to look at machine part and right-click view source to give you the Python representation of that particular feature. Then you can put it on Slack, put it on GitHub, send it to your friends, and you have a snippet proliferation.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good on mic.
Sorry, where do you think
Okay, next pitch.
You mind reading it?
Hold on a second. You're good.
All right. My name is Tyler Johnson. Little backstory on me, I came from Alaska, I'm born and raised. Spent my whole life hiking in Alaska, hunting, fishing, you name it. Last year, when I was out hunting with my father, I ended up getting mauled by a grizzly bear. She came out of the woods or brush and tackled me and chewed me up, and ended up discharging my firearm into my leg and killing her when she was trying to bite my face off. Yeah, that was just over a year ago, and I was sitting out home thinking of how I can prevent this from ever happening to other people, and I was on an interview with somebody, and the idea came of coming up with sound barrier. In my experience in hiking, a lot of people go hiking with bear bells or stereos, any type thing to make some noise, and that takes away from the whole experience of being outdoors. You know, you're out there to enjoy the outdoors, not to listen to Tupac at that time, maybe on the car ride home. And it got me curious of how well bears can hear, and they can hear very well. And I did a lot of research into this, and I came up with sound barrier. What sound barrier does is a mobile device that you wear, and it projects ultrasonic frequencies ahead of you when you're hiking to make the bear aware of your presence. over 90% or just 90% of bear attacks happen from surprising that bear. Not only just bears, but about 78% of all animal attacks out in the wild happen from surprising an animal. A lot of these animals can hear ultrasonic frequencies. So, I made this device. I'm doing some research on it. I went up to Alaska this last year. I tested on some bears to see how well they can hear ultrasonic frequencies, and they can hear them quite well. And let's see here. Sorry, this is the first time. I love it though. It's great. Hey,
You got it, man.
so where I'm at right now after testing, and I've been contacting multiple engineers, audio engineers, electrical engineers to make this device for me. My idea right now is to make this device and then give it to law enforcement, hikers, people out in the woods, rangers, or just fishermen, anyone that wants to try this out, like give it a test. And let's see here. Where am I at with this? So right now I have a prototype made that I use on bears to test just their capabilities of hearing. And what I want right now is the device that I can give to people, make a few of them, and they can go test it, and then from there, make it mass market. I've already talked to USDA about this. I'm in conversation with them, but that shutdown kind of slowed things down a little bit. They're interested in helping me out on the research, but as of right now, funding's a little slow on that. But just in that, just ultrasonic frequencies itself is so untapped. What do you think ultrasonic frequencies are used for? Dog whistles? Right? Insects? This is the first to market. My experience out in Alaska, my experience, and everyone else, if you ever go hiking, you always hear make noise, right? They're not going to attack you just randomly. They're not blood, fierce animals that are going hunting for you out in the wild, but it does feel like that sometimes. And all you have to do is just make noise. And this right here is meant to make noise so they will leave that area. Give them enough time to leave that area and you can hike safely. Now, people say hiking groups. This, I will say, hiking groups is still a great idea. But this is that extra precaution. I'm not telling you not to bring, bear spray. But do know, if a gust of wind happens, it can blow back in your face. Or if you're using a firearm, you better know how to use it. Because in my experience, I've experienced firearms. I got mauled by a bear, ended up shooting my leg. She tackled me, and I went flying backwards, and my leg went up in the air, and I discharged a 10mm right through my leg, and I was 18 miles back in the woods. I ended up killing her too. And that's the other reason why I wanted to do this, because it's humane. You are preventing anything from happening in the first place. Everything out there is reactive, right? Besides bear bells, right? Bear bells, you have to be moving. Even the most experienced hikers forget to make noise. Myself and my dad included. So, that's sound barrier. There you go.
I'm an electrical engineer. I'm curious what your pricing is, and one thing you said, what are the use cases for ultrasonic? One of them is anti-eavesdropping because it overloads the analog front end of listening devices. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I'm sorry, say that again?
So one of the use cases for ultrasonic is for anti-surveillance.
Okay, well, hopefully no one's doing surveillance out in the woods, but.
Right, but it's actually like I've never seen a good product for that. So if you were able to spin up like the capital structure to build these, you might be able to spin off another product that's similar. That's the reason I bring it up.
And yes, and right now I'm in conversations with the USDA, like I said, for the CRADA, and that is for agriculture and livestock protection. That is taking a back seat until I get sound barrier up and running and give to the public so they feel more safe out in the woods. It is untapped. It really is.
Yeah.
And we're planning on using it to make a barrier around agriculture, barrier around, I don't know, we got goats, cows, all of them, you protect them from wolves. It's not just bears. I'm focusing on bears right now because, well, it's dear to me. It's something that I am very, very, not just excited. I wouldn't want you to give it to your son, so they are safe out there. I'm not saying it's 100%, but 80% of the attacks, and if I can get that down to 0, that is a hell of a lot better than it is right now.
So sorry, I had a question. What is the price point you're trying to hit?
So the price point that I got right now, it's based off of bear spray, and they got these devices that are meant for dog barkers. They're about $30 for the dog barkers, and that's electrical. That's those with the speakers and their circuit board in there. And the bear spray itself is $60 to $90, and you can't carry that on a plane, by the way. So you have to buy that there. This you can buy it from anywhere and bring it with you wherever you go. The price point on it, I'm guessing right now after I start manufacturing a little more, because I'm looking right now to, this is where I'm at. I'm looking to get funding to make the prototype a step further than what I have right now that I can hand out to people. And with that, I'll learn a lot more of the price point and what I need to make stuff. This is all new to me. I'm an outdoorsman. I'm not into tech or anything like that. I'm into going outside, outdoors, enjoying the outdoors, and bringing people with me and protecting them. And I will find that out as soon as I get more funding to talk to people. Maybe you might help me.
I know an angel investor that's a contract manufacturing specialist. You should talk after.
We will talk after, for sure.
I think there was one more question.
Yeah, what would be the difference in like a high pitch frequency? You pull up on an app and just blast from a speaker.
I would think just propagation itself to have, because I mean, would you want to carry your phone and just do this all the time? It would be more of so this, when you're out hiking, you don't want to be carrying your phone and holding it out. You can do that with a speaker or whatever. With this, it'll be something that's attached to your body. It'll constantly be going every so often, and it's the propagation, the type of speaker that you would need to push out that frequency further through brush, through weather, or anything like that. And I don't believe that your phone will be able to do that yet. I'm not sure if that's something out there. That's great. But I'm looking for something a little bit more rugged, something that you can have on your body, something that will last, something you don't have to hold onto your phone to, or yeah, I don't know. Maybe the speakers do that, but I don't think so. But that'd be really cool. But yeah, it has to be water resistant, has to last a while. The other ideas that I have with it is for fishermen. You have your back towards the woods. This is something you can set up, and it can go towards the woods, and it can make noise so they don't creep up behind you. Because in Alaska, bears do creep up behind you if they don't know you're there.
If you see your name up next, just start walking up, by the way. Okay, Tom.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Tom.
Hello. So my name is Tom. My company is called Paka Planet, and my product that I'm currently developing is called Paka Virtual App, as you can see on the screen here. So by show of hands, who has challenges with being productive? Anyone? I know I do. I see there's a lot of productive people here, so you guys probably won't relate. But what I found that works for me is two things. One is writing things down on a to-do list, and the other thing is an accountability buddy. So I've combined those two into this app that you see right here. The idea is that you write down your tasks that you want to complete. You complete your tasks, and by completing your tasks, you're taking care of your pet, you're gaining rewards, gaining furniture, going on adventures, things like that. So where I'm at right now with this product, it's in beta right now, so anyone can go and try it out, download it. There's some finishing touches that I'm working on right now to finish the reward system, and then go into a kind of a marketing push of a public release if you, yeah. I think that's it. I have a bit of social anxiety, so please, no questions. Any questions? No. Okay. I believe so. I haven't done research into kind of like the regulations around that, but I believe it is a kind of a younger demographic, kind of like the demographic that would play with a Tamagotchi or play with Neopets. So kind of a younger audience. Yes.
Who's used it so far? Who do you think is who's used it so far and actually gotten a lot of value from it?
Oh, well, this is just in a beta, so I've only shown it to friends, and it's not really discoverable, so I don't have any like real users yet.
I found it.
Oh, thank you. Cool. That's really cool. You can give a 5-star review. Oh, yes.
I know you said ideally no questions. I just wanted to say, I think it's a cool idea.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, next up we have Nevin, Swan Impact.
Thanks. Hey everyone, my name is Nevin, you can call me Nev. It's good to see you all today. I'm here. You can't hear me? Am I like yelling right now? Well, I don't even have to use this. Yeah, no, it's Are we competing right now? Are you winning? Yeah, so I'm with Swan Impact Network. We're basically like a syndicate of angel investors who invest in impact opportunities, particularly in climate tech, life sciences, as well as a few other impact areas. But those two are really the main focuses of the network. I'm also associated with a group called Energy Innovation Hub Texas as an affiliate. They're basically like they're Sean Boyd's, brainchild, and he's driving that forward in the climate tech space to accelerate opportunities for climate tech startups to connect with corporates that have specific innovation needs. So I just want to mention those opportunities in case you're like a founder or know people in the climate tech ecosystem or the life sciences spaces. You just want to build a relationship. I'm here, come find me. The last thing that I do is I'm actually a founder myself, because these are kind of like part-time side gigs. I'm a founder of a 501c4 Human Liberty Project, which is a pro-democracy nonprofit. We have a very exciting kind of initial program, which is a campaign, and we're raising $50K for our first quarter of expenses in 2026. So that's what I'm working on. Happy to meet anyone who wants to talk about any of that stuff. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi everyone. My name is Lorna. Is this on at all? Hello? Okay, who in this room would say that you're in great shape? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love it. And some women back there too. Who would say they need some work? Raise your hand. All right, now I'm going to read a little bit because I haven't practiced this pitch. But I founded a company called My Workout Partners. We're solving one of the biggest barriers to fitness, staying consistent. So New Year's is coming, and everybody's going to have the New Year's resolution. We're going to do all that. So what I've come up with is a solution to a problem that I had. Looking at me, you would never believe that a year ago, I was like 50 pounds less and all this good stuff. And I moved, what I did was I moved from where I lived, didn't have anyone to work out with, couldn't find anyone, and I'm lying. 50 pounds was gained a little bit longer than a year ago. I used to actually run marathons, and I found this problem. I was also active duty Army, and I had moved again. Also, my hours at work, I was on recruiting duty. I couldn't get anybody to work out with me at the time that I wanted to work out with and do what I wanted to do. I've run a whole bunch of marathons. I'm a back of the packer. I've run a lot of international and stuff like that. So seeing this need, it was like 99. that I decided that this would be really beneficial to people if we're able to match people with similarities. What are you looking for? So it's kind of like a Bumble, but just for workout partners. I have found it's great for accountability, motivation, and most people I talk to about this, they're like, yeah, that's a great idea. It is now in this development stage. The software for matches and stuff is in development in a company in Calcutta. We have pricing. It's all, right now my need is to test. So we're in the stage right now of doing some surveys, some research. The plan is to partner with gyms or, different fitness-related industries, because once you start working out, you go places. You want to go to the gym. You want to, and it's not just for like really like workout. You could be playing tennis. Okay, she said, my time is up, and I'm very obedient. So does anybody have any questions? So I'm really excited about this. I could use financing. My issue is it's an untested, nobody's really done this specific thing before. And it's not just for you can do tennis, you can do cycling. So the program I wanted was to do a subscription base so that you can get as many partners you want in whatever field. The other option was a $25 per match fee. So right now I'm trying to figure out which one is best. So right now it's just in beta, it's up there getting some responses. Any questions? Yes?
If a lot of people travel and it's difficult to find partners, so if you might build in a way to vet those
Oh, definitely. One of the ideas that's going around, part of the plan was providing police check. If you want a person that's police checked, is verified, you just pay an extra, and that person would have also done that. You understand? So it's all for safety, motivation, accountability. Someone's gonna knock on your door and say, let's go. Get out of bed, no excuses. Go do your workout. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Okay, who's next? Sebastian, vibecoder.com/pitch.
Everyone, has anybody heard of vibe coding yet? Yeah, a lot of you? Okay, cool. So I created Vibe Coder here. It's basically a vibe coding tool that works off of Codex and Cloud Code, so that existing subscription that a lot of people are paying for. You can plug it in directly, and basically you have like a seamless integration to the MCP server management, project management, some Git worktree stuff, and then there's some design tools, pinpoint mode tools, so you can pinpoint and directly target web elements and stuff, and feed that into the context. There's some task management stuff, so you can use the AI agent to actually create tasks and schedule stuff automatically. Some context engineering tools. This is really helpful for feeding in extra context about your code base and stuff. Some AST trees and stuff like that. It's really useful for bigger projects, and you can even do XML editing, which is basically where you feed in your entire project into a large language model like Gemini that supports 1 million context kind of thing, and it can actually do the changes for you. And then an exciting feature that's coming up is a mobile app, so you can do all of this on the go. That's going to be really fun. And so if anybody wants to try it out, there's a free license key. I'm just looking for users right now, feedback, and maybe some VC funding. That would be cool. But yeah, this is Vibe Coder. Any questions? Blue sweatshirt, yeah.
Can it do anything for Excel spreadsheets as well?
Actually, yeah, with Claude, if you're using Cloud Code, it does support Excel spreadsheets, PowerPoints, I think. That's a new feature, and that should be able to plug in. Black jacket. Yeah.
Any success stories yet that you've had some users?
Yeah, so just friends that use it and they really like it. So just trying to get, some more users on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Cursor's cool. It's very similar, but you're kind of locked into Cursor. With this, you can bring in your own provider, so Cloud Code, Codex. You can even bring in like custom providers and stuff, and basically you find your provider. I provide the rest of the tools. A lot of the tools are very similar to Cursor's. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Matty? Okay, yes. If you see your name, just start walking up. Don't wait for me to call you.
Thank you. So, hi everyone. I'll do two very short pitches. The first one is Pharaoh. So Pharaoh is a generative AI solution for data management for legacy organizations, geared specifically to the customer success function and the sales function. And when I say legacy, I mean any organization that came into being before generative AI was around, because if you came after, you should be probably using it anyways. So we're looking for investors, we're looking for partners, and co-founders maybe too. We bring 20 years of experience, myself as a data scientist, data strategy, and business strategy. I also have a PhD in the field. And my co-founder brings, again, 20 years of experience in customer success. So that's the first pitch. A quick second pitch, given that I've been around quite a few underperforming organizations, I can recognize issues with product market fit or monetization strategy. So I help founders to get those things tighter, not to leave money on the table, and to make sure your product actually resonates with your target audience. Same thing for VCs and private equity. I help basically identify rotten apples, organizations that look good on paper, but you may not want to invest there. Because lots of people, grew up professionally around very successful organizations, so they know what it looks like when things work well, and they kind of believe that everyone does things that way. I know that it's not like that, so I'm happy to help out. Yes, questions, please. All right, yeah, go ahead.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, so happy to talk to anyone after, yeah.
What were some of the findings you found with the rotten apples? Can you give a couple examples of what key points you found that were bad companies?
Yeah, so if we're focusing on SaaS, I would say one of the biggest challenges is in the product market fit, that there is overconfidence that your product solves a particular issue, while customers have very different workflows, so you have to understand how it fits into that. Especially if you have these kind of best practices in a complex product that requires a lot of expertise. The moment you implement it, you do demos, you tell about the best practices, you walk away, the customer stops, given business challenges, not for anything bad, but given, new things are coming up, they're not following the best practices, they're not getting the value, and you have no clue about it. Because if they're churning, they don't tell you ahead of time. Yes, please. Yeah, I don't want to disclose any names, even if people in this room wouldn't know, but yeah, there are lots of, being a data scientist, I'm familiar with quite a few companies that provide data platforms for various applications. If the data platform I mean, the newest generation of companies, what they do is that you don't have a lot of flexibility. There are very few use cases that are supported, but it's really point and click. While kind of organizations that are slightly older, they have a lot of flexibility. You can do a lot of things, but then the line between working with Python or SAS versus your tool becomes very blurred. And if you don't have that expertise, you're not getting the value. So if you're looking at optimizations, you're getting basically random results because you didn't configure the inputs correctly. But hypothetically, you can accommodate so many use cases. On the other hand, if you have a very tight product, very few use cases, if you want to accommodate others, you need to come up with another variety of your product. But there, the optimization actually works. So, thanks everyone.
Okay, who's next? David. Oh, David, 365 questions.
Hi guys. I'm going to preface by saying this is not a startup. I just do projects, and this is one of the projects that I'm doing right now. So it started with the question of, what do you guys know about your great-great-grandparents? Do you know what their favorite food was? Favorite color? Some advice that they can give you. A lot of people would say no to that question. And so we're in an era of information. And so the idea that I had, and it's kind of not an original idea, I've heard it from other sources like movies, but to have a platform where you can store your information and your data about yourself and make an AI version of you that you can hand down to your kids or friends or family, or even interviews if you want to apply somewhere and they can ask questions about your background. So this is my really poor MVP. This is my website too, by the way. And so I've spent the last, 3 weeks to a month talking and recording on my phone, just answering questions that I've developed with ChatGPT and plugging that into a data source for a vector storage source, and then having it use a RAG technology, or only using the information based on the recordings that I gave it, and providing this model. So I'm going to do an active question. So what is some advice?
Does it have your voice too?
Not yet.
I was going to ask that. Have you trained it off 11 labs and created your own custom voice?
No, I haven't. So I'm thinking about implementation of that, and then also picture of yourself.
Yeah.
Like they can do active videos of it. But yeah, it also takes a hot second because I don't know a lot. I used OpenAI's new agent developer to make this.
Codex?
I don't know if that's what it's called, but yeah. And then Vercel to just plug it on here. Anyways, while that's loading, do you guys have any questions? Go ahead.
Is that text-based or voice? Because sometimes it would be cool to have a personal biography. It's
Yeah.
You, hey, because nobody wants to write all that down, right?
Yeah.
At least I don't.
No, for sure. So I recorded using my phone, and then I plugged it into Google. They can do speech to transcript, and then took that transcript and plugged it into the database. You could also.
It's not like a dude talking. I'm sorry. It's not
Yeah.
like a dude talking to me saying, hey, what did you do at your 60th birthday, or no?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But
it could be.
But it could be. That could be the next step on it. Yeah, go.
It's kind of wild, but do you see any potential link with hardware interfaces with the brain, like Neuralink or something like that? Is there any connection?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I'd love to talk about that afterwards, actually. Yeah.
So, did you include any of your personal browsing history to become a complete expert in Oculus?
No. So just the transcripts. But there's an idea of if you wanted to pass on, say you're I wrote a large paper and I'm really proud of it, and I wanted to include that in this sort of data vector space. you can also do that. So just having a centralized place so you can pass it on to other people. Yeah.
So where the data will be stored? If it's stored on servers, then after 10, 15, 20 years, it most probably will be deleted.
Yeah, so that's the
Capacity of grants.
so that's the issue I'm having right now, but the idea would be to hand it off to another larger company at a certain point, so like 23andMe or having like Ancestry handle the data after a certain point.
So what about decentralized storages? Blockchain, IDFS?
Perchance. You could also have your own USB of your information and then have Olama be a box and plug it into there and then talk to that, in theory. Sorry, we can talk afterwards, but I think I have to hand this over. Thank you.
Torian.
What's up, everybody? All right. Cool. Thank you for the feedback. All right. So my name is Torian Johnson. And I'm gonna do a quick survey very quick. Raise your hand if you either watch sports, played sports, have kids, brothers, siblings, anybody in your life that participates in sports. Okay, not a single. I see one hand. That's crazy. One hand that didn't go up, but it's hardly anybody in the world that doesn't participate and engage with sports in some type of way. Even if you just wear clothes, we don't even realize how much our clothes are shaped by sports. The foods you eat are often also shaped by sports and the diets of athletes and this the wide population. Sports impacts every part of our life. So let me guess, just a quick show of hand. Raise your hand if you not play for stretching, but if you still play some kind of sport in any capacity, whether it's running, jogging, basketball, anything. There are a great amount of people, but there's an issue whenever you're looking for people to play or facilities. It's hard to find facilities, hard to find people to play with, organize the games, so on and so forth. So I've been working on a solution that identifies those pain points and then builds around them so that you'll be able to find gyms no matter what time. If I wanted to play soccer or basketball right now, I can hop online and see if there's anywhere around the map, around the city that's actively holding the game. Or if I want to host an event for that, then I could post that. And so we're offering solutions for free on the user side, and then other solutions on the business side for coaches, event organizers, vendors, sponsors. If you run a facility, own a facility in the long term, we want to build our own facilities as well. So that's my project. It's called Veer. Right now I'm in the MVP stages. I will be releasing the MVP here shortly in a few weeks. And yeah, the main thing I would be looking for is users. So any questions?
What's going to be the biggest differentiator from Meetup?
Yeah, that's a good question. I got that question earlier, and I'll describe it like this. You might ask yourself, what's the biggest differentiator between an iPhone and a Galaxy? But it's a lesser question, what's the differentiator between Apple and Samsung? They're two different companies operating, and they share some fields and industries, but Apple doesn't make refrigerators and Samsung doesn't have a music platform. So I'm building a completely different kind of company.
So how is like different like sweat towels? So like I work out a lot. I go to
Mhm.
bouldering groups and stuff like that, and like whenever I went to something like that, I go to like sweat towels. Like they pretty much found me a group pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So exactly like where would you kind of give me something different that I could use basically?
Yeah. So eventually I'll answer it a kind of similar way, but I'll give you a little more detail on it too. So facilities, we as consumers are looking for a particular thing, but then there are also particular things that facility owners or coaches, or if I want to run a camp, there are these pain points that I experience as anybody doing one of those things if I want to host an event on the business side. Those are pain points we build for, and then help on that side. So we're building an ecosystem that connects businesses with their end user, and through that, we're able to offer high quality features to the users for free. You're not paying a subscription for it, and the businesses are able to engage with their core audience and even advertisers if you want to promote your food truck or something. Yeah, so if I'm a coach, or if I want to coach somebody right now, if I want to run a camp or run drills, it's hard for me to promote myself. I'll have to promote myself. I'm using Instagram. I'm using Excel sheets to or Monday to manage all of that. We streamline it to where you're not having to. We're bringing the athletes to you. The people who want to be coached are being brought to you, and we're managing your whole ecosystem from top to bottom. That whole experience. That's on the business side. As an athlete, there are other features. You're just looking to connect, have a good time. But we are also event space software.
How are you going to portray the different events or like would you like a map or like a list of events on today tomorrow, that kind of thing?
Yeah, great question. How we portray the different meetup times. I'm a strong believer in great artists still. So right now I just stole like another app's user interface. Copy paste that for now. But it is through a user interface. Through a map interface where you could see around your city what's happening. If there's and you can specify and filter out by sport. I want to play soccer. You can filter it by soccer. Are there soccer events? Specifically, we call it open gym in basketball. What facilities have open gyms? A pain point for athletes. Facilities, mainly like city-owned facilities, they don't update their information online. It says in open gym, you get there and there's a kids camp going on. We use user inputted data to update that information constantly on a regular basis. So you know when you show up, is there actually an open gym going on? Are there athletes? What's the quality of the athletes? So on and so forth. All right, thank you.
Jack Chen.
Can't do sports just yet. This is my first time coming to one of these events. I actually didn't really think I was going to pitch today. I just decided to do it on the fly, so bear with me. I started my entrepreneurship journey back in middle school. I started my nonprofit children's magazine. And I got grants from Best Buy and Disney, and it was a really exciting time for me to just kind of, I think I went to this event once where there was a lot of young entrepreneurs just like me, and I just remember feeling like everyone was so normal there, but they all had something they were passionate about. And for me, I was like, it'd be so amazing if the world was like this. Everyone had something, kind of like a little bubble right here where everyone has something they're passionate about. But wouldn't it be awesome if everyone was like that? And then after college, I sold out. I went to the tech space and worked for enterprise companies, building enterprise software for the past 7-8 years. And my co-founder, who's not here right now, he's been working on that for the past 14-15 years. And so the thing that I'm focusing on right now is AI. And ever since AI came out, I left my job and started doing AI consulting for about 3 years for enterprise companies again. But when I met my co-founder, we kind of came up with this idea of how can we do what we do for enterprise companies, but for mid-market, for smaller companies, people who are startups like us, people who are, trying to build an app or something like that, but to do it with deeper rigor. We talked about vibe coding a little bit. How many of you have actually tried vibe coding in here? Okay. And how many of you have gotten frustrated? Oh, okay. So some of you are really happy with vibe coding. But some of the problems you run into with vibe coding is with AI, the input that you put in matters a lot. I work a lot with AI, do prompting all day long for years, right? And I think a lot of people, when they first use ChatGPT, they're very impressed. They put in a few lines like, create me a haiku in the style Kanye West, and it pumps out something. You're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And it is kind of amazing. It's kind of crazy that it can do that. But at the same time, like if you put in one line of context like that, it's going to come out with something that's not very high quality. And you can see this when you try to tell it, you know, build me this app that does this and this and this thing. And, you know, the first 10 seconds, it's doing amazing, and then it loses the plot somewhere along the way. So I'm being told I'm running out of time here. But basically, what we're doing is we're taking that enterprise rigor, all the stuff that we learned from there, all of my experience with AI context engineering specifically. I know that was thrown out a little bit. That's a new space. It's going to really change the way the AI works to build apps that are enterprise grade, but with the assistance of AI. So what I'm looking for, I guess, I didn't really know what I was looking for when I came up here, but I think we're really looking for people to partner with, people who are interested in using this, people who have funding, who will have a really well-developed idea, so we can test it out and really see how well all this stuff works. Questions? Yep?
I 100% understand. Me and a partner of mine building the app also, we think it's a conspiracy. Because, you know, AI is very intelligent. So, you know, when you're doing stuff, it'll be really good, like you said, especially like Bolt. So I use Bolt a lot.
Sure.
It'll literally waste like 30 million tokens. Now you gotta keep going, you keep going. But literally at the end, it always does it right when you're about to run out of time. Seriously, like right when you're about to run out and try to like publish it, it doesn't allow you because you got a lot of tokens.
It all has to do with working memory. Basically, if I told you to build an app and I was to give you one line, you were to get going and everything was going fine, you probably like get pretty far, but at a certain point when you have to track the entire code base in your head, AI is doing the same and struggling with the same way. So the thing that we're really focused on that's really difficult is finding what things to nail down and not let AI make decisions on. It's kind of like if you're building a house, do you want to rebuild the front door, or do you want it prefabbed? You know, like, do you want to rebuild the doorbell, or do you just want to buy it from somewhere, you know? But there are certain things that do need to be built custom with AI, you know, like the layout of the house and things like that. Yes?
So if I hear you correctly, basically the problem you're solving is like basically fixing the context so we can actually do it correctly and actually like do better than what button do other apps like that. Is that what you're saying here?
Yeah, like part of it is really understanding what you're building first and not just like having that one line, build me this app, you know, like really understanding, okay, so you're building this app, who are you building it for? What does that look like? You know, all that different kind of stuff, getting that rich context into the AI, and then doing some of the stuff I said about like making some decisions for the AI. So it has like boundaries on how far it can really mess up before. It's more complicated than that, but I'm running out of time, so we can chat afterwards. Yeah.
Okay, so we have, does anybody else want to sign up to pitch really fast? Because I think we can probably fit in one more. So feel free to scan that. We're gonna move to 1-minute pitches and only 2 questions for the rest of the founder pitches. So the pressure is on. Okay, yeah. You're next.
Hi everyone. So this is my first time, so I am trying not to be nervous. Thank you. Yeah, so I think this is the way I try to, gain some confidence when I speak in public like this. So I am Ashish. I'm a founder of a company named Ashnetics. It's based on the data analytics. And my positioning is that I want to help small businesses who are stuck in the spreadsheets. So you know how we start our business in terms of, with the simplicity. As our data grow, it gets very complex, and then we spend our day and night to figure out what's going on, right, with my data. So I take that data, I have a prototype which I prepared for targeting the e-commerce and the retail business, like an inventory money map, your customer money map, and product money map. Kind of extract the information which is more presentable to you. You understand where the things are missing in terms of your revenue or the profit and things like that, and gives you some insight where you can take the actionable decisions you can take based on that. So I would say I had only 1 minute, so I would stop here. What help I need from you is that I am, my current status is I am in the PMF mode, a product market fit. So I do have my base where I did some research, came up with this idea, but I'm trying to test it out now in the market, whether it's the right problem to solve or not. So if you know somebody, a small business stuck with the spreadsheets, I really appreciate if you connect with me, and then I can try to see if what I'm doing is right. So I will stop here. Any questions?
So as part of this matrix, more like dashboards, or like it changes from business to business?
It changes from business to business. It's an interactive dashboards. So for example, if I have an inventory, you have an aging inventory where you have products sitting in a shelf for, let's say, 1 month or 2 months, you can go there and see what exactly is costing you, your warehouse cost or whatever it is. Or you can figure out where the revenues are missing. So that's the things are designed.
You're putting all the Excel sheets in a database and trying to build that?
No, I'm directly going to go into the Excel, the spreadsheet, and creating the dashboard from that. So the data is in the spreadsheet, and I'm using a Power BI tool which connects to the spreadsheet and create the analytics out of it.
Have you thought about data discovery? I've seen organizations where large companies where one group would not be aware of the fact that the data exists in the inboxes of another one.
Yes.
Because of a monthly report.
I think that's a part of the design thinking workshop, because that's where the huge disconnect is. Because the big company becomes a small company within themselves, and then a lot of corporate politics and kind of safeguarding their stuff, they don't talk to each other. But it's definitely a part of the design thinking workshop, where I try to bring the SMEs on board and then kind of, create a strong foundation before you come to the dashboard. So because data integrity is very important here, and data has to be pristine, correct. By the way, by profession, I am a data scientist. I did my postgraduate from UT Austin, and I've been in IT for 25 years, but I think just want to work for me now. So, I came up with the idea, and then I'm trying to validate it. So I'll stop here, and thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Ready? Hi, my name is Jonathan. Our company is Quantum Interface. We have a new kind of human-machine interface. We build for the Department of War now, the DoD. Our patents are used by licensed by Sony, Apple, Samsung, and a bunch of stuff. And we do a bunch of cool stuff. This pitch is a little different. We want to find the right person that's really good at physics and math, that can program an Android, iOS, or Unity and push it out in an app that's going to be a new kind of launcher. We built a beta of this in Java about 5 years ago, only gave it to 1,000 people, 1 negative review. All the rest were positive and said, give me more. We want to update this with our new engine, our new SDK. And if you're really, really good and you're a US citizen or a green card holder and can work with the Defense Department, then you may get to work on some really cool stuff too. How do you make money? You get a revenue share of the app. You prove yourself, you make money. We believe it's going to be pretty big. It's the fastest app in the world already. Our 7-year-old version is 3 times faster than any other launcher. We use it for the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. We use it for the DoD with Collins. We use it with BAE. We use it with a bunch of companies for iControls, Meta, and others. So if you're that person, we want you to help build this. Yeah.
Can you just describe how the interface works?
It's a probabilistic interface where we can determine the user's intent based on the first micro motions of the user using a vector analysis. Once we predict that user's intent and we know their focus, their confidence, their interest, and their cognitive load, then we cause the content to respond. It's sort of like your own reflection responding to your movement, and the reflection is technology.
Can you give a use case for that?
This launcher.
No, I'm talking about you're trying to, a use case, like the aviation use case or a DoD use case.
You mean in other products? We just showed at AUSA with the Army, and we took the Collins glasses and we took what's called an ATAC unit, and we allowed you with one finger to control the drone, with your head gaze and a simple IMU to control all the ATAC data, while you're also able to move through the menus at about 30 times faster. It's faster than human thought.
Next up we have, how do I pronounce that?
Oh, my name? Anade Davis.
So I'm used to pitching to investors. My app is called Capital GPT. Think NASDAQ for startups. So everybody here that's looking to raise money, I'm the person that can help you do that. Now, if you've raised over 275,000, can't help you do that. I only have experience raising up to 275,000. So the way it works is we created a GPT that gamified the process to show you how to raise money. Do you have your Form D? Do you have your 506B, 506C? Do you have your Starbucks? Do you got your lawyer ready, your trademarks, your copyright? And we pretty much help you raise money using AI for real. And I could go through all this, but my minute's up. But go to capitalgpt.ai, it'll make more sense.
Again, hell yeah.
Oh. I'm a data science too, by the way. It was also a data science unit.
Okay, next up we have Joseph Samuels.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, that's cool. Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing this evening? Good. Good. My name's Joseph Samuels, and everybody's been talking about AI, right? Everyone's talking about it's fixing this, it's solving this, blah, blah, blah. Biggest problem is the amount of energy it consumes. And I don't know if everyone knows about how Elon Musk built Colossus up in Tennessee. Hey, let's get a bunch of diesel generators and let's get those puppies going full bore for, I don't know, a couple hundred days, pollute the environment, piss people off. Kind of a problem. Everyone's going bigger and bigger with power. And from my background, started out in college with engineering, switched to business management, worked on the most high-end vehicles in the world, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Maserati. I'm good with engines, I'm good with numbers, I'm good with energy and transferring that. Core Silica is a company I started this year, and I'm looking to build in-rack power units with a power density of 100 kilowatts or more. Traditional data centers use approximately 10 to 25 kilowatts per rack. That's not much. And with, let's say, the H200 chip from NVIDIA right now, those are pulling, thank you for the timing, those are pulling way more energy. So let me actually use my website really quickly, and let me show you something pretty quickly. So these are a couple of use cases that we're looking to do. This is a B2B business, and currently we're testing out on my own Bitcoin miners. I'm using the process that I've created. I'm able to use 30% less electricity while having a 10% greater yield. So one of these miners pulls about 3,500 watts. I'm using 2,900. Long story short, what I'm looking for is the right people to help me build and scale this. Investors, prototype's going to cost a little bit more than $1 million. I'm looking to help raise that first $1 million to bring this to life. Any questions?
Thought about going small in enterprise, and if people are worried about their data, they got a small model at their location, an edge device, or a small hospital.
Yes. I have thought about that. My father-in-law works for, can't say exactly what in the military, but he asked me about that. You know, mobile data centers, stuff like that. Because it's going to be an in-rack power unit, high power output, and a small footprint, yes. Edge case would be one of our B2Bs. Yes.
What's the actual power source?
Yeah, that's a bit secretive. Long story short, I can give you some information that is pretty public. It uses an axial flux generator. Most electric motors, electric generators, they're all radial flux. They're large, they're huge. They look like a big cylinder, right? You'll enjoy this. Look up the McLaren Artura and look up the electric motor that that car uses. It's an axial flux. It's a small motor that can still put out over 100 horsepower, and it only weighs 34 kilograms. Axial flux motors allows you to create and generate more power in a smaller space.
So it's still gasoline or diesel, just
Nope. The power source is actually going to be hydrogen, and because it's in a fixed state and not a mobile state, you don't need liquid hydrogen or large tanks, like how Toyota has their GR Corolla that did their 24-hour race. Using liquid hydrogen, the fuel pump kept failing. So, and specifically using, again, I can't go into too much details. My time is up. Thank you.
Casper. Thank you. I definitely wasn't planning on doing this, so do forgive me. So I work in the mining industry, not crypto mining, actually digging stuff out the ground. And you know, there's two key challenges in dealing with trying to find the mines of tomorrow or the deposits that would essentially fuel the electrification of the planet. One is that most new discoveries are actually found in old data. And that's not really the problem, but essentially the problem comes, okay, well, there's over 200 or 300 years of data that's been collected that is locked in PDFs, literally in warehouses that are owned by big mining companies or in just some guy's garage. And as we've seen what LLMs do to how you can interpret and access that data, we realize that if we can take all of that historical mining archived information and turn it into a way that we can actually use it, then like we're on to, that's how we're going to find the mines of tomorrow. So what we've built at Strata is an end-to-end pipeline that takes that data, whether it's a PDF document or an Excel spreadsheet or a scan of that, passes it through basically a series of agentic processes, extract all of that information, and then we can start generating insights from it. And so I'm a bit, time's up, but where we're at the moment, we've got essentially an MVP, and we bootstrapped this to ourselves. We put about 120,000 into it so far, and we're basically looking for some pretty smart developers to take my vibe coding to the next level, and also VC funding. So that's where we're at. Any questions? Yep.
What kind of model are you using?
So we use a bunch of different ones, but I'm using Gemini, Flash 2.5, and Gemini Pro, and we kind of create this hyper-tailored prompting mechanism to use VLMs to extract the data, transcribe the data. Yep.
Are you targeting locations like Australia or West Texas for specific fuels?
Yeah, so we're in what created Strata was we're project generated, so we actually look at any commodity in any jurisdiction. So we've done a lot of stuff in Canada in the uranium space, actually picking up projects. It's like any project anywhere. Yep.
Any interest in fine-tuning model?
Yeah, so that's basically the fundamental thing that we're trying to build. If we take all of this data that we've got, create this sort of LLM-friendly format, and we build a foundational model ourselves, trained on geological data, that essentially allows us to, just generate new insights on data that just hasn't really been tapped into yet. Perfect.
evening, everyone. Yep, so this is my first time talking about it. It is slaydocs.com. It's slay documents, not doctors, obviously, right? So I'll be pacing around nervously around the stage. Essentially, there is a website, and if I can pull that up. I'm taking a show, don't tell approach, so you can also take a look at that cool video that I put up on my website. But essentially, I'm solving my own problem indirectly. I've built administrative dashboards and worked with Excel and PDF for about 10 years, doing a lot of boring websites, but I thought, you know what, I'm a nerd, I should utilize something kind of fun with boring documents. Essentially, my problem is something indirect. I had to deal with a family member going through the terrible process of immigration in this country, and I noticed immigration lawyers are kind of overwhelmed, and the software that they used, DocketWise, was giving us some errors. So I thought, well, I could provide a generic solution probably to immigration lawyers or also insurance agents. My time is up, but I have an offer for you. I put it on LinkedIn. I will buy you a cup of coffee virtually or in person. If you can give me a lead of somebody I can at least talk to, I will provide them 1 month of the pro membership. Thank you. Any questions?
Who's your customers? Who are your sweet spot for a customer?
I think it would be an immigration lawyer and somebody in insurance. They deal with Accord forms, which are just multi-step PDFs, essentially, right? And so if you can take a row-based data, drag and drop it, and then now you have favorites. All you have to do is upload new data, click a button, and generate, right? It's much faster, and it shows you how much time you save, actually. Yeah, nice.
Okay, any last person, one more person who wants to do a 1-minute pitch? Anyone? Okay, come on up.
Hello everyone, my name is Manny. I'm the founder of a company called Tally. It's a recruitment automation platform. It's a lightweight ATS. If you are, a company looking to hire, or a recruitment agency or independent recruiter dealing with spreadsheet, Notion, Google Forms, or anything, right? Our platform can help you to automate the entire hiring process. And also we do perform a video screening with the candidate, so you have all the data insights before you make a decision to make a real phone call with the candidate or bring them in person for an interview. So we save you time. That's the product, and yeah, come talk to me if you're planning to hire. Happy to give my platform for free. Thank you. Any question? Yes.
What do you mean by lightweight? What does that mean with ATS?
It's very simple setup, self-serve. No, you don't have to, set up complex rules or work with the PS org to set up or anything. Completely self-serve. And with power of automation is there. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, those are all of the startup pitches, but the fun is not over yet. We are going to do some really, really quick, if you're looking for work, or if you are hiring, you are welcome to come up and talk about yourself. Because I know not everyone in here has a job right now, so come on up.
Hi guys, you already saw me earlier, but right now I don't have a job, so I'm doing these fun little projects. But my background is mechanical engineering. I hail from Nevada, Northern Nevada, Reno, and I have a master's in mechanical engineering. My focus is in vibrations, and if you know anyone that is looking for a mechanical engineer, or you yourself just want to bounce ideas off of someone, I'm here for that. Thank you.
Who's next? Who's next? Come on up.
Didn't think I was going to be speaking tonight, but I'm going to talk to you guys. My name is Aaron Clipt. I'm an accounting and financial wizard. I've worked with startups and companies that are just outgrowing their processes. I find that many of them are dealing with antiquated systems. They're dealing with not finding the right people to help run things, or maybe they just can't cut through the clutter that's in front of them. I help build sustainable processes so you can grow and do things more confidently. So if you know of anybody who's looking for a controller, CFO type person who understands the language of startups, please come talk to me.
Who's next? Yes.
Hi, my name is Maggie. I'm a graphic designer. I just moved here in May after graduating college from Springfield, Missouri. So, thank you. I convinced my mom to move here with me, so we're living in a house together right now. And I've just been job searching all summer, and I've gotten a couple jobs, but turns out they were scams from LinkedIn. So, yeah.
Web or print?
What?
Web or print?
Mainly, just I've been working with like the Adobe Creative Suite a lot, and so I have 3 years of experience working at a sign shop in my hometown. So yeah, that's.
So mostly print?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I can draw and paint as well if you if you're looking for a tattoo, sure, I can do that. Yes, both. Yeah, I've used both.
Are you more in industrial design, or is this consumer design, or when you say that, what area are you in?
Honestly, I think I'm most interested in branding and things like that, like logos, pretty much stuff like that. But all my experience is in doing prints, so I would just get work orders from local businesses needing a sign of any sort, and I would whip it up on my computer and send them a proof of it, and they'd approve it or make changes and I'd print it. That's my main experience, yeah.
Have you ever worked with musicians or other creative people who are trying to build a creative brand?
Not musicians. I've worked with a lot of, like in my hometown, local hospitals, a lot of everything, insurance companies, things like that. I've done like giant wall murals covering a whole wall. Mainly just layout is what I've done before. So if anyone needs any branding or logos or anything of that sort, or knows of any job opportunities, that would be great.
Who else? Yes, come on up. Oh. Sure. Yes, you do first.
Hello, everyone. Didn't think I'd be talking today either. I am a software developer. There is an echo up here. You're totally right. I'm a software developer that's just looking for work. I have about 3 years of experience doing full stack web development, but also have a whole prior career in the construction and real estate industry. And when I was doing web development, I was also doing that in the restaurant industry. So I've got a good breadth of experience. I have, a bachelor's degree in engineering. I have actually professional engineering license as well. So if anybody has any leads or anything, for anybody who's looking for anything that blends any sort of that experience, totally open to hearing about it. That's really all I've got. Thanks, everybody. I do React, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and on the back end, I have Kotlin and Java experience. I also forgot TypeScript on the front as well.
What's your PE you mentioned?
Civil engineering.
What PEs are like 1 out of 100,
In civil, it's a lot more because in order to do basically anything beyond like, just a junior level, you have to sign off on a plan, and that requires like stamping it, so.
Seems like you really can talk both languages, and I hope you can find a job doing that, where you can be the interface between the two.
Yeah, hopefully, that'd be pretty cool. Anyone else? No? All right, thank you.
Yeah, so really quick, kind of what I set up there. So I do startup funding consulting, and anybody need help with that, I can do it for real from step one, incorporating your company, all of that. Because when people say raise money after talking and doing a lot of customer discovery, they don't actually understand it's an actual process. Nobody's gonna give you $100,000 for an idea. You have to have your stuff and your ducks in a row and your stuff protected and the right paperwork. And for those of you that have raised money before, an attorney is gonna literally charge you thousands of dollars. But because I already went through that process, I have the documents, I can help you out. So that's the service that I offer.
I got my MBA in San Antonio, and in business school, we did a lot of projects. We had some great some companies that approached us to do, experiential stuff, and I'm looking for those people. I'm looking for students or anybody else. There's gonna be a lot of marketing involved, and my undergrad was marketing. So if anybody is interested, please come see me. You'll get the experience, you'll get paid eventually. But for right now, please come see me. Also, from my speech earlier, my presentation, you guys all get a free matchup if you guys want one. Get out there and get in shape. Thanks.
Anyone else? Come on up.
Hi, my name is Samuel, and I'm building a startup, but apart from that, I run a design studio. We do everything from branding, logo design to web design, but we specialize in 3D architectural renderings, 3D renderings, but yeah, if you know anyone, if you need anyone like 3D renderings or you need branding, reach out to me.
I came here for what we talked about, but there's a real specialty skill we're looking for. If anybody understands data management protocols, that means you're part data scientist, you understand some chip manufacturing, you understand how systems work, pulling those data and putting into a fabric, which means you're part physicist, part electrician, part data scientist, a generalist, understanding at a really, and you're a senior level person, I have an immediate need to talk to you.
I just want to say that I am in the process of my product market fit. So I need help where I can connect to my smart business partners. So if you know anybody who is kind of stuck in the spreadsheets kind of a data management, I want to do a in-person design thinking workshop, and it's all free. So because it's like win-win situation for both. So if you know anybody, please connect with me. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
How you doing this, man? I've been doing software for 25 years. I got a degree from UT, and I've been working for financial companies for the last 25 years. I want to work for somebody that's looking for database stuff. Like I work with lots of data, like millions and millions and millions of records, relationships between them, product catalogs, just data, databases, huge experience there. I also know all programming languages. Somebody was saying earlier, if you know all these languages, I know them all. I started, what was before Python? It's like BASIC or something? BASIC, COBOL, I work with all of the C, C++, Java, Python now, and there was a Flutter upstairs. So all of that stuff, I can speak it. I speak 5 languages, by the way. I'm from Czech Republic, so I'm looking for somebody that's interested for database people. Thank you.
Anybody else? Yes.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chris, and some of you probably already know me, and some of you are probably new. I've been running the Digital Nomad program here at Capital Factory for over 2 years now. So this is people who work from laptop, travel the world. I sort of help you transition into that lifestyle. So if you want to know more about that, I run it every third Monday. And then the other class that I run is the rising trend of one-person businesses. These are people who basically scale to 6-7 figures as a solopreneur, and I run that every fourth Monday. So if you want to come out, come check out that program. And those who've been attending already, hoping you got something from it. Thanks.
Yeah. And where can they find your events, Chris? On the Capital Factory newsletter and probably also the Capital Factory website. Okay, anybody else?
Wait, how do you get to the Capital Factory newsletter?
You go to capitalfactory.com. And it's probably really probably on the tabs or something. So, yeah. Anyone else? Yes.
You heard me before, so Tally is a completely bootstrapped company. Right now, I don't have any GTM team or anything. I'm looking for somebody with, as a startup, like BDR, SDR, or an account executive type of role. You'll be the initial GTM team, right? In turn, I can't pay you, but with equity, I can reward with equity. Then for somebody with that profile, please talk to me. Thank you.
Cool. Anyone else? Yes, come on up. Hell yeah, guy.
Hell yeah.
Everybody with me now? Yeah, I did not expect that to be my brand here tonight, but I guess that's what happens. So a little bit kind of the opposite of what you heard from the last couple of folks. I'm actually doing, looking for people to offer opportunities to in kind of one of two ways. So I'm actually a tech recruiter. Heartbreaking to see the number of people who are looking for work. It's such a tough market out there right now. A couple people who were up here earlier, watch your back, because I'm going to come to you and try to sell you software engineers, you in particular. But for those of you out there who are looking for a job, would love to connect with you, keep you in the loop about new opportunities, and for people who know either founders or hiring managers of any kind who need high-level tech talent, I offer a really strong referral program. Really passionate about just kind of propping up the community, hence the repetitive hell yes. Yeah, just looking to help people out however I can, whether that be getting them jobs or paying them to help me find clients. If you know a company or founder who you trust, you believe in, but maybe you're not a perfect match for their company, I'd love to kick you some money on the back end. So, one more time. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Cool. Anyone else? Okay, I'll go. So like I mentioned earlier, I am, give me 1 second. Let's see if this will work. There we go. So like I mentioned, I am a UI UX designer and software developer. My background, my degree is in cognitive sciences with a concentration in human-computer interaction. So not just digital interfaces, but also things like parking garages and ladders and all sorts of things that people interact with. Everything is an interface. We just tend to focus on digital ones, right, in the tech world. So that's what I do. Like I said, I was a designer for a startup that was acquired last year. I was a sole designer for several months for a medtech SaaS that is now in their Series D, and I've even been a founder myself. So I love to make people's websites extremely user-friendly. I'm currently working for a client that manufactures electronics that go into data centers. So all the way from very high risk, high security sort of interfaces that are only viewable by like data center admins, all the way to a kayak e-commerce site, all the way to like a study abroad sign-up site for a university in the Mediterranean. Or AI-generated interior design. I've done a lot of different websites and internal web app design, and I do front-end software development specifically. So yeah, if you have a need, I am here. So chat with me. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, so I do front-end software development, so HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React. I've also had to learn specific languages for my clients like Lua, which is what Roblox is built on, because one of my clients has a legacy software from like the 1800s. So I've had to learn things like that. I've had to learn Handlebars, which is an HTML templating language that is commonly used with big commerce websites, which is like a competitor to Shopify. So things like that. I typically am going, whenever I'm doing software development, I'm plugging into the client's tech stack. So I have to learn languages based on what they have, right? They don't want to pay for a full digital transformation to React. They want me to learn their tech stack. So yeah, that's what I do. Okay, that is all we have for today. Wait, we have a JetBrains giveaway. I lied. So JetBrains subscription giveaway. If you scan the QR code, we're going to do that now.
Yeah, I'll put the QR code up again in case. If anyone has not scanned it, I mean, this is the last chance. We'll give 1 minute. And while the last few people are scanning this, I know a lot of people came here saying that they're not ready to talk, but then surprisingly, we've seen them talk and then share some wonderful things with us. So that's great to see. And for those that have talked and shared what they were doing, some of them were products that they've already released. Some of them were in early stages of, I would say, beta phase, and some of them were actively looking for early adopters. So if you liked any of those products or services or apps that they've presented, you know, the best thing I think we can do as fellow founders and part of this startup scene in Austin is to download that app or product or service, sign up to that, give it a try. If you like it, that's great. Or if there's someone in your network, maybe friends or family or professional network, that may find a use for some of those things, do share it with them. And again, like, you know, if you like the products, great. I mean, you can subscribe to that and pay for those products. Or if it's a free product, that's even better. And if you don't like the product, I mean, don't go to Google and write a review. I mean, the founders are here, so you can just come and, talk to them and give a friendly, constructive criticism or constructive, feedback that they can, use to improve their products. And at this stage, early stage, a lot of, or the biggest benefit you can give to any startup founder is that feedback. I mean, that's what they live and die by, apart from money, of course, but that's another story. All right, so there, yeah, if you like any of those products, services, or apps, do spread the word. Word of mouth is great at this initial level, and if you like to invest, you can invest in them too. So that's great. All right. So who's ready for the giveaway today? Let's see. I don't know if it has. Uh-oh. All right, so. Ashish. All right, congratulations, Ashish. All right, so we'll send you a code with the 1 year free subscription. You can choose any product of your choice from the JetBrains portfolio, and you can use it for free. Okay. All right, congratulations again.
Okay, quick survey, really fast. So I am curious. We had some people pitch for 2 minutes, and we had some people pitch for 1 minute. And I'm curious if you prefer 2 minute listening to obviously the person pitching would prefer like 1,000,000 minutes, but if you're the person listening to a pitch, do you prefer 2 minutes or 1 minute? For 2 minutes, raise your hand. Wow, interesting. Okay, and 1 minute, anybody? Okay, curious, like, why do you prefer 2 minutes? Because a lot of people said that. Just like shout it out.
didn't quite feel for most of them. Some of them I got it, that I really understood their product or like what the problem they were solving was. And some of them they did really well with it, but I think for a lot of the 1 minute ones, they didn't quite understand the problem they were solving. And I think the 2 minute ones, I really understood them. So.
One suggestion I have for 1 minute, just in case, sometimes time is the constraint. If you have a format, then 1 minute is easy. Then you know who I am, what I do, what I need, for whom I am working. Answer 4 or 5 things, and then you're done in 1 minute.
Yeah, I think 1 minute.
Are you making lightning pitch?
I think 1 minutes are designed for like people who are very busy and don't have a lot of time. They want you to keep it very concise. Whereas we're all kind of sitting here, we have a little time to listen, and so it's built more. 2 minutes is better for an audience like this.
Yeah, sure.
Very disruptive things take more than a minute. If you got a better mousetrap, that's a minute. But if you've got something that's really disruptive, you sound like everybody else that says, I got the greatest thing there is, and that's all you can say in a minute. So you got to be able to explain it.
Yes.
I was going to say something too about me not necessarily knowing all the software technical jargon. I felt a little bit lost with some of the presentations where it was that. I'm more interested in understanding what problem it's going to solve.
I think that's a good feedback for the people that are pitching technical solutions or technical products.
We've gotten a lot of feedback that someone, by the way, has been hosting this for 8 years, and and he asked me to be the co-host just like a little over a year ago. So I'm like, taking charge on like the format and the structure and the layout of everything. So I want to make sure this event is as valuable as possible to the people who are here, right? So definitely going to take that into consideration. And if you have more feedback, literally just come. I'm a UX person. I love feedback. I'm obsessed with it. So just tell me. But also, if you feel like you would rather email us, our email is right there. Yeah, and we will be here December 1st, 6 p.m., first floor. I'll see you there. And if not, have a wonderful holiday season and a safe end to your year. Thank you.